Hi, boys and girls. Here it is Thursday, and it's time for Bible. We need to go over our memory verse because today or tomorrow you need to either call me or send me a video. Somehow I can hear your verse. It's an easy verse. Let's say it together. Are you ready? Matthew 7:7. Ask, and it will be given to you. Seek, and you will find. Knock, and the door will be opened unto you. Remember, this is Jesus. Jesus wants us to seek him. He wants us to ask him to come into our hearts. That's into his heart. We want him to come into our hearts. Sorry, Mrs. Kraft is getting twisted around with her words. And you know what? When we knock on that door, Jesus will always open it. He's not going to refuse it. Can you imagine if you came into your house and the door was locked and you knock on it and mom and dad look out the window and say, "Oh, it's just our son. We're not going to answer the door." What? No. They want you inside where it's safe. They want you to, because you're a part of their family. Jesus wants us safe inside heaven. He wants us to be a part of his family as well. We need to ask Jesus to take away our sins. We need to seek him because he is the one true way. He died on the cross for you and for me. And when I knock on that door, Jesus is going to open it and says, "Come in, child. You're mine." What a good feeling that is. Well, today in our story, we're going to do a missionary story. We're going to talk about Ringu. Ringu is a young boy about your age, and he lives in India. This is a true story. It's about a true missionary called Grub Sahib. And Grub Sahib went to central India to tell the boys and girls and people about Jesus. They believed in evil spirits. They believed that you offered food and gifts to idols. Yeah, they believed that evil spirits could come in many different ways into you and hurt you. We're going to find out today, in the beginning of the story, how that's going to happen to Ringu. Are you ready? Okay, let's get started. It's a big book. I want to make sure that you can see the picture. Okay, can you see the pictures? Okay, are you ready? Okay, here we go. Ringu, got it? Ringu hitched the bullocks up to the cart as his father, mother, and little brother Batu climbed in. Ringu sat in front. He was going to drive. Can you imagine being the one allowed to drive? That's right, at your age. He was going to the bazaar. They were leaving home to go to the marketplace. Many people would be there to buy and sell. It was the last market day in the village in central India before the big celebration in honor of the bullocks. Ringu and Batu were so excited. The bullocks slowly walked along, pulling the cart through the forest. Ringu looked around him at the trees. Evil spirits could be about, or even a tiger. Ringu was glad there was daytime and he was not alone. They reached the motor road, and the brown-skinned boy forgot his fears, jabbed at the bullocks and with his pointed stick and twisted their tails. Ouch! "Get going," he shouted. "Show us what you can do. Show everyone that we can win the race on festival day." The bullocks broke into a run and the dust swirled. Only at the edge of town did Ringu slow the bullocks to a walk. He wanted to see where the missionary from another land lived. Ringu had seen him once. He was tall, very tall, with fair skin and light brown hair, and his name was Grub Sahib. People said he talked about just the one true God, not many evil spirits, but about the one true God. Ringu thought it would be great to hear more from him. "Let's hurry," Batu begged. Okay, remember his brother's excited to get there too. Okay, soon they were in town and the bullocks were tied to one of the cartwheels, and they all shook the dust off their clothes. They had traveled very far, so it was very dusty. Can you only imagine the dust that kicked up from those feet? Suddenly, Ringu jumped and screamed. Why did he do that? Let's find out. Oh, look right there. Do you see why he screamed? That's right. He grabbed his foot, and a long thorn had stuck in it. He had stepped on something sharp. Gritting his teeth, he yanked out that thorn and then hurried to catch up with the rest of his family. Ringu and Batu followed close behind their father while they bought cords with pom-poms and bells to put around the necks of the bullocks. They bought chunks of brown sugar to feed them to help them go faster in the race. Then father bought coconuts to offer to the evil spirits. What? That's right. They were offering food to the evil spirits that they could have good luck. Father said, "Who knows? Maybe somebody will get sick and will need the help of the evil spirits." Boys and girls, we don't trust in evil spirits, do we? Okay. While no one was looking, Ringu picked up a banana and stuck it in his pocket. He knew it was wrong to steal, but didn't everybody steal a little? Suddenly he heard beautiful music coming through the air. Ringu saw a crowd of people gathering, so he jumped up and hurried toward the music, not minding that his foot hurt as he walked on it. Batu scrambled after him, dodging people on the left and the right. Just then, Ringu bumped into a man, and papers flew everywhere from the man's hands. The man stopped, picked up the papers. Ringu was getting ready to run away, and he grabbed Ringu and said, "Where are you going?" He says, "Come, my friend, I want to share the good news with you." Who could this be? Who do you think it is? That's right. Ringu stopped and stared. It was the tall man, the missionary. It was Grub Sahib. That's who he wanted to see. Look at Ringu's dark skin. Look at Grub Sahib's fair skin. Do you see the difference? The missionary scooped up the papers and gave one to Ringu and Batu. "We've come to tell you about the one true God and what he wants to do for you." Ringu thought, "Oh my goodness, he's really talking to me." He said, "This paper contains words of God from the Bible, the book that he has written. He sent his son Jesus to die on the cross for you and for me." Ringu and Batu each grabbed a paper, then turned to watch the man who was making the music. He had a strange-looking box. He pushed. See this right here? It looks like a keyboard, doesn't it? But up here behind him, he's pushing some things. He pushed some black and white sticks on the side of the box and pulled on the other side. This made beautiful music, and Ringu had never heard anything so beautiful. The man stopped playing. He says, "Hi, I'm Pandu." He said, "I used to make offerings to the evil spirits just like you're getting ready to do at the festival of the bullocks." He said, "On that day," he says, "you'll bow down to the bullocks. You'll offer food to them. You'll make clay statues of them." This man knew everything that Ringu and Batu were going to do. He was very smart. He actually was one of them. He knew exactly what these boys had come to town to do. He says, "Oh, I see in your hand you have one of our tracts. It tells you about Jesus, what he can do for you, what he's done for me." Batu tugged at Ringu's arm. "Let's go. This is bad. We shouldn't be sitting here listening to this." "If it's good, it's good if it's true," said Ringu. "I want to stay and listen and hear some more." "Well, when I have time to learn to read, I'm going to read this paper and see what it says." He unwound his turban, this is his turban on top of his head, and put that paper inside the folds, then wound it back up. A turban is a great big long piece of material, and you wind, and you wind, and you wind, and you wind, okay? So he did that. He saved that piece of paper and put it in there. Ringu's foot hurt as he stood up to walk away. He was limping. "You're limping," his father said. "Is your foot all right, my son?" Yes, it's fine," murmured Ringu. He was determined that he would be the one who ran the fastest with the bullocks at the race, because he wanted to make his father proud of him. But, thought Ringu fearfully, will the evil spirits, will they come in and harm me? Will they make it so bad that I can't run at all? The thought alarmed Ringu. What was going to happen? Beating drums awoke Ringu the next day. It was the festival day. It was the day that they had been waiting for. He knew that this was the day that he could show everybody that he could run the bullocks. As he got up ready, he noticed his foot was aching. It was hurting so bad. It was red and swollen, and oh, it hurt so bad. He started to stand up and put pressure on it, but he knew right away that something was wrong. Ringu sat down on the edge of the porch, on the bed on the edge of the porch, thinking, why have the evil spirits done this to me? Why am I having this problem? We bought the beautiful cloth. We bought the pom-poms. We bought the brown sugar. We'll make our statues. We're obeying everything they told us to do. His mother came and stood beside him. What's the matter, my son? Is something wrong? Are you okay? My foot, Ringu said. He said, yesterday I stepped on a thorn, but today it hurts so bad. I will run the race. I will do my best. I need Father to make me be proud of me. Her cool hand held his hot foot. For a moment then she called his father. Father took one look at the foot and hurried to bring the witch doctor. The witch doctor, that's right. Batu came out, and the two boys trembled as they saw the witch doctor approach. Does he look like somebody that you would want to take care of you? He looks really scary to me, doesn't he? Around his neck hung wooden beads and several strings wound together and knotted. His turban was twisted tightly around his head, and from the top hung a long, thick twist of shiny black hair. That's right. His face was evil, and his eyes were sharp and piercing. Ringu was frightened. Wouldn't you be frightened? I would definitely be frightened. The witch doctor chanted while he tied a piece of string around Ringu's ankle, and it was like the string Ringu always worn around his neck, like all the Korkus. Korku is the name of the Indian group that Ringu and his family belonged to. He was supposed to be wearing a charm around his neck, like a necklace. And that charm was to ward off the evil spirits. Okay? Ringu's father dropped a few coins into the witch doctor's hands, and Ringu knew it was important to pay the witch doctor or nothing would happen. Ah, but you will have to offer a coconut too, said the witch doctor. But his father had already bought one. Remember yesterday? In the day in the market, he had bought one just in case. Ringu was glad his father had bought a coconut yesterday at the bazaar. After her father broke open the coconut and offered it on the rock idol, surely his foot would get better. When the coconut milk spills over the rocks, Batu assured Ringu, the village gods will be happy. Okay, so we're going to stop there for today. Let's find out what happens. Boy, do you think this guy knows what he's doing? He's kind of scary, isn't he? Okay, we'll see some more the next time we have Bible class. Bye.